Hello and welcome back to Playful Pedagogy. Today is day 7 of the 12 games of Christmas. I'm Maureen and today's game is Rory's Story Cubes. Rory's Story Cubes is a storytelling game made up of dice with images on each face. So players will roll the dice, the cubes, and create stories based on the images that are shown. You can use all 9 cubes, you can just use 3, you can be very selective of the cubes that you use. And then the students can put a story together by linking the different cubes. My students will rearrange the cubes and put them in the order that they want. There's no right or wrong way to play this game. Just use your imagination, connectivity, and creativity. There are different types of Rory Story Cubes, different sets. This one, the orange one, is the original. I also have the Voyages set, which is in the green box. I have the Actions set in the blue box. There's a pink box for fantasy. There's a science fiction one. There's, I think, an ancient history one. They also come in little tiny sets of 3. So those are kind of fun to use. I have lots of sets at school. So it's a wonderful, wonderful tool. So this game builds on creative thinking, oral language, and confidence with the ideas that you put together to create stories. It invites each learner to be creative with the images that they're given, but it's not like they're starting at 0. You're not putting a piece of paper in front of them and say, write a story. You're giving them prompts and support with the use of the different cubes. I actually have a little it's like a little washcloth or a little towel that goes with each set so that when they're rolling them in the classroom, it's not this clack, 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 clack loud noise. It really dampens the noise. So I do recommend that if you do choose to use a set of Rory Story Cubes, that you will have something to kind of dampen the noise. Otherwise, it can get really loud in the classroom. So how might these story cubes be used? In language, you can write stories with them, you can narrate, you can talk about sequencing. In math, you can use the story cubes to create word problems or explain your thinking through your organization of the dice. You can combine the story cubes with a regular set of dice or even a math set of dice. I have a set of math dice that I used to use when I was teaching math. There's lots of different ways that you can use these in math as well. Science, you can talk about the life cycles of things, especially with the different sets. There might be an animal set that you can use. Social studies is great. There's the Voyages and the ancient history. If you are talking about a topic, a social studies or a history topic, you can find coordinating story cubes and have the students roll to write a story. For art, you can have them draw the story, draw what happens before the dice are rolled, what happens after the dice are rolled. For social emotional learning, you can act out the dice and how the dice might feel. I think feelings are one of the ways that you can use the dice. You can use just a few cubes or the whole set. You can have students work independently, 1 set per student, or even 1 die per student, and they can rotate through and change them. You can have them work collaboratively. I had the students roll 1 full set, and they had to organize amongst themselves how they put the story together. So they had to cooperate and decide together how the story went. It's quick and easy to set up, and you can differentiate fairly easily without changing the game itself. You can add or remove die, for example, or you can be selective on the dice that you choose to use. Rory Story Cubes reminds us that play doesn't always need rules. Sometimes it just needs imagination. It can help you capture joy, creativity, and connection, which is at the heart of Playful Pedagogy. So I am curious, have you used Rory Story Cubes in your classroom with your learners? If you have, please share in the comments below. Thank you for joining me, and come back tomorrow for day 8 of the 12 games of Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful day full of play. See you tomorrow.